Hello guys, and welcome back to another Boom Beach video. A couple minutes ago, I was able to fully upgrade my tanks to level 18, making my tanks max level for the time being. I had a max before, but ever since that HQ level increase, I didn't get around to upgrade it until this Mega Crab cycle, and thanks to all the gold, I was able to upgrade it. But we're going to be hitting with all tanks, and I think Private Bullet Energy Drink, I do have queued up. Yes, I do. But we're going to be hitting a War Factory. Before we do hop into our first attacks, though, we are starting to run some giveaways over on our Discord server. Some like Boom Beach merch or toys, almost stuff they do have in the Supercell shop. We are going to be giving away. So if you guys are interested, go ahead, join. And yeah, let's hop into the first attacks. This I gotta say, Gear Hurt today, I don't think it's going to be very tank friendly because I scouted it out. Looking at it, there's a few grapplers and a couple doom cannons. I think I will be able to do it in the end, but especially since I do have my artillery damage increase, I'm going to target those grapplers like right off the bat here. But I'm trying to figure out which way we do want to go at it. I think it's going to be the top left side, and we'll take on those doom cannons and grapplers right away and then go for the shield generator. So let's start it off. Scouting 7 seconds. Let's throw a multiple artillery into the grappler, see what kind of damage it does. Looks like we'll throw 2 more and then maybe a barrage depending. Yeah, it looks like they're all like 1 HP almost, so a barrage should be able to take out all 3 indeed. And now we are going to throw it on our troops. So we're going to start with a bullet just because we don't want our tanks getting one-shotted by those doom cannons, and then we'll have to watch out for Bullet's health as he will take a good amount of damage from the doom cannon. The damage does get maxed out, but consistent hits, it's going to hurt Bullets whether I like it or not. We're actually going to throw a shock onto it now, starting to approach him, and Bullets kind of going off to the left-hand side. Don't want the doom cannon switching the focus to the tanks, and honestly, this is going way better than I expected. Once I did remove those grapplers, honestly, not that hard of a stage. We have some mortars that are starting to hit on our tanks. You know, they're taking a fair amount of damage. I'm not going to worry too much about it, and I did pop an energy drink trying to get Bullet up to good health. There's a ton of shock mines in that, but we're going to throw one more shock bomb onto the doom cannon. It probably would have fired once more onto my troops, and I was trying to avoid it, but a great attack. And honestly, I'm going to go back on what I said earlier. It's not going to be that difficult. We have already taken out the defenses I was worried about, excuse me, geez. One of those days, right? Yeah, going for that final shield generator. My tanks are starting to slow a bit as we did thin them out, and Bullet is kind of getting low on the health, but we will be able to pop an energy drink, and then we are going to throw 2 boxes of critters, hopefully taking out the rest of the shock mines. I guess there are 3 still remaining as the critters just land on the shock mines, didn't get anywhere, and just took out a few simultaneously, shocking my tanks a little bit longer. Throw another box of critters, take out that final shock mine, and now we are looking pretty strong here. I think I will be able to take it out with one more attack if we are unable to take it this time. We're going for the free energy right now, but I think I will throw a flare onto the mortars, set up for an easy second attack, and then we will hit some player bases as it seems time will allow today. Bullet taking a good amount of the barrage fire, but also, the rocket launcher fire, excuse me. But looks like pretty good. Take out that final defense, separating us from that HQ. I do not think we'll be able to take it out this attack, but it was a great first attack, I would say. Very productive, and thanks to that artillery damage boost, we were able to disable those grapplers or take them out of the equation for this attack. That was what I was mostly worried about. Honestly, I'm going to throw a flare onto the HQ, and hopefully Bullet is able to take the rest of the fire, because there is a small chance we are able to take it out. Looks like the rocket launcher is saying no to that, hitting the tanks regardless, but no big deal here. Throw a barrage, help out the cause, but it's just kind of a time battle right now. Slowly firing onto it. Bullet's getting permanently shocked Look at all that. You know, if I do go in next attack, should I just shock or should I just try and take out those shock launchers? Because no doubt they're going to be a nuisance, and we have 25 seconds remaining in the attack, but we did take out a good portion of the HQ health. I didn't think we were going to get that far in this attack, to be honest. I didn't know how far we were going to get, but hitting the HQ and all that is a pretty good. I do have a boost going, so that definitely helped out. But looking back on it, these tanks, max level tanks, you know, they're leaving a good first impression on me. And 1 second remaining, took out the most of the health, was unable to fully take it out, but I'll take the critical fuses. I'll take the, critical fuse, because there was only one, but I'll take the field capacitors, retrain my 22 fallen tanks, and now head into this final battle. Not going to be an issue whatsoever, but after we do drop our tanks, only 78 energy remaining. A good amount, but last tri boost I had that GBE in the statues fully boosted because of Mega Crab, and then in the tribes also had that GBE increase, so we're riding a little bit low from what I'm used to the last few days. But here we go, we're going to throw a few artillery onto the shock launchers and a barrage. Was able to take it out. Now we'll do a final focus flare onto the HQ and War Factory. Not difficult whatsoever versus my tanks. Throw 2 boxes of critters, but the hot pot will do a good job taking them out, and boom, there goes War Factory today. Not difficult, and or maybe it'll just good attacks. I think I did that pretty well, but reach that threshold 7, take our 2 more critical fuses, and we are going to hit a couple player bases now. And I haven't really scouted out the player bases on my map. Well, I guess I scouted this guy out a while ago. Might as well hit him. Doesn't have much on the defensive side, as in no prototypes and no ice statues. So I'm fine with that. Start ourselves easy when it does come to the player bases. Throw down bullet, throw down our tanks, and now we get to test out our artillery damage. I'm throwing 2 onto that boom cannon. Will 2-shot it, so that's nice. And now we're just going to throw pairs of 2 artillery around the map. There goes our energy supply, but there goes a lot of his critical defenses on this very offensive friendly base, or offensive statue friendly base. I don't know what you want to call it, but there we go. We're going to throw a box of critters, hopefully take out that shock mine, but the spread on the critters was not there, and they all just got taken out by the mines. They are starting to go over the minefields. No, tanks, you gotta save the minefield for the heavies. They like running over the minefields, don't they? I don't really know. But we're gonna throw a shock onto the shock launcher, 2 boom cannons, disable the rest of his defenses. Have we lost a tank? No, not yet. We're gonna do a positioning flare here, and we are gonna throw a couple medkits and try and get that low health tank. I see him in there struggling just a bit. We're gonna try and get him to a more sustainable HP, and honestly that didn't really do much, but we can invest more into it, hopefully get him into the orange instead of the red. And he just keeps moving outside of it. Man, we're taking out the defenses too fast. Boom cannon starting to free hit on my tanks, no big deal, because I got the health and he doesn't really have the damage. So there goes our first player. We're gonna do 1 or 2 more attacks, but honestly all tanks doing a little bit better than I expected. Usually I do accompany with 2 or 3 boats and medics to help this sustain, but they're doing a great job on their own. I don't even need it, but this base is gonna be a bit more of a challenge. He does have the ice statues, he does have the grappler and the doom cannon, so that will be something for this attack, but I am gonna throw a barrage onto the grappler. We are gonna target that grappler and then just shock that doom cannon. There we go, took out the grappler, and now we're gonna throw down bullets. We're gonna let him take a couple shots from some surrounding defenses, and as we do get into position, we're gonna throw a shock bomb onto that cluster and a shock bomb right there. Took out both of the shock launchers and also the doom cannons and a couple boom cannons, so that's pretty nice. Great shock. If you can throw 2 shock bombs and disable a lot of the person's base, that's usually a good sign that your attack's going to go well, unless he has just an insane boost. Look at the spread on my tanks. There's just so many out there. You know, you wouldn't think much of it. I know tanks, they're a big unit. You know, they take up a lot of space, but it just seems like there's a ton. And as our tanks do run over the boom mines and take periodic defensive fire, we will lose a couple. We've already lost 2 as expected, or kind of just not very surprising. We're going to throw a flare into the HQ. Our tank should be able to finish off. Bullet doing a great job just sustaining in the front line, taking all the defensive fire as our tanks kind of just support him. There we go. Throw a couple artillery, finish off that player base, and on to our final attack. And man, I am really liking these boosted, maxed out tanks. They are doing a great job now. These defenses, these bases are not the greatest at this level, but some of them get pretty difficult, I would say. Like this base, you know, not too bad. Does have that defensive damage statue, but honestly, what am I saying? This ain't that difficult. I'm not very scared of it. So we're going to throw down Bullet for this one. He's going to take a CMO and shock launcher and a Doom Cannon shot, but nothing to fear as the shock bombs are here, along with the tanks doing a great job. You know, we've already lost one of our tanks. I thought I shocked the CMO. I guess not. And the CMO is just like, you know what? I see that tank. I'm going to hit it. Lower HP than Bullet. No worries, I will take out that single tank. I did my job, says the CMO. Now the rest of the base, will it do its job? Probably not, because we are already pretty deep into the base and now setting up for, you know, he got the boom cannons right there. Little bit scary, but my tanks, right as I say that, I see a boom cannon shot just snipe a tank. Man, you know, we're going to keep what I was going to say to myself, because it was very contradictory to what just happened. That boom cannon just showed that singular tank what was up. But yeah, this base not going to put up too much more of a fight, but overall a successful attack strategy. And that's going to be it for today. My final attack with the tanks. A little bit of a warship update. My last warship video, I was doing the all rocket choppa attacks with Everspark Critter Spawn, and I went undefeated for the first like 10 to 12 attacks of that, and I still haven't lost, but I've not been attacking that much on the warship, so I don't want to be like, oh yeah, I've won 27 in a row, I'm a beast. But it's above 10 still. And in fact, let's go, what is it, 12? I took a screenshot of it. Looks like 13 now, so pretty good. But I do have all 4 chests cooked up. We are just wasting time right now, so later today we will hop in, clear our chest, and hopefully remain undefeated. But if you guys did enjoy this Boom Beach video, drop a like. Maxed out tanks, I'm in love with them, at least right now. You know, I do have the tank damage increased in the tribe. I totally forgot about that, but I just remembered it, so that definitely helped out today's video. But yeah, so for like the next 2 weeks, tanks gonna be very strong. But yeah, we'll see you in tomorrow's Boom Beach video. Bye bye.